Sorry, I gotta adjust my camera a little bit. I'm trying to help you guys get the best angle where you can hear me the best too. You know? Is that maybe it? Am I too tall? Am I too tall? No, I don't think I'm too tall. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Maybe up a little bit. I am really tall. That is the problem here, is that I'm just really fucking tall. So to get me and the thing in the frame, Give me 1 second. How's everybody doing today? Is everybody good? Gotta be able to get to my laptop. Alright. Wishing you weren't at work? Yeah, today is my one day I'm not my one day I'm not working washing cars. So alright, let's see. Yay! I'm glad you went on a little walk. Going on a little walk is nice. It's very nice. Okay. Sorry, I gotta get the poll and everything set up. But that'll give people time to get in here, I'm trying to think. Trying to think of what we can make. Alright. There's our poll. Oh, hello. I'm happy you're at Myrtle Beach, though. I hope you're having fun. Alright. How many people we got in here right now? We got 9 people in here. Okay. That's good enough to go ahead and start. Alright. So, we are going to set the oven to 350 degrees. Alright. The oven is preheating. So now we gotta grease this baking tray. Now a lot of people use cooking spray. I always forget to buy cooking spray at the store, so we don't use cooking spray. I just grease it with a paper towel and some oil. It's the same thing. It's good enough. It gets the job done, right? Whatever gets the job done. How's everybody been over the last week? I've really been enjoying my job. A lot of what I can do at my job is just like, I just like put on an audiobook, you know? Because I'm just washing cars. So like, I just put on an audiobook and wash cars. And it's nice. Alright. Now it says to use an 8x8. This isn't an 8x8, but it'll get the job done. It'll just be a little deeper, you know? So now we're going to chop our apples. And you're going to get to see how bad I am at chopping apples. So it says to use Honey Crisps for this recipe. I'm not using Honey Crisps. I'm using Fuji's because they're sweeter. And I prefer them. Yeah, no, I've been, so when it comes to my audiobooks, I've been reading a lot of different audiobooks at work because I have a lot of time on my hands. To do that. So, I've been doing like a retool, like a reread of the Communist Manifesto, right? And then I've been reading Pastrix by Nadia Bolz-Weber. Highly recommend Nadia Bolz-Weber. If you like what I do, Nadia Bolz-Weber is going to be right up your alley. But I've been reading the Quran as well. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, I'm reading one. What is the name of it? It is, I think it's called The Gospel of Greed. And it's how, like, greed influences racism. Who the fuck has Honeycrisp money in this economy? Seriously. Yeah. The Honeycrisps were also way more expensive. And I don't think they taste as good. Because they're too tart, I think, for an apple crisp. I want my apple crisp to be nice and sweet. You know? Everything's so fucking expensive anymore, though. Speaking of expensive, if you want me to be able to keep doing this, I at least have to have money for ingredients. Especially since y'all are putting the blackberry cobbler up there is what you want next week. Y'all know how expensive blackberries are. I gotta make my money back on these at least, you know? I don't mind doing it because I love baking. But, and I like talking to you guys. This is honestly my favorite format for like, shit. Give me 1 second. My knife slid. Give me a second. These things happen, you know? Oh, wow, cool. No, Pearl. No. Give me a second, guys. I'm so sorry. Computer, announce.
What's the announcement?
Hey, hon, can you please ask Bradley and Brittany if they have any Band-Aids? Because we don't have any down here.
Announcing.
Hey, hon, can you please ask Bradley and Brittany if they have any Band-Aids? Because we don't have any down here. Well, I am going to get a new knife. Because this one's obviously not going to work. I don't even know how that happened.
You've had bandages on your shelf?
I had bandages on my shelf?
Yeah, like all this time.
This whole time?
Yeah.
From what?
I don't know. I think like one time we realized we were out and we bought some and we just forgot about it.
Oh, I love that everybody in our house has ADHD and we forget about everything. Of course, I like sliced myself open in the middle of a live stream.
Fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine. It didn't even hurt. It was just annoying and inconvenient because I don't want to bleed on everything, you know? But I will be alright, I promise. The fucking knife just slipped.
Our knives are gold.
Yeah, I know. We need new ones. There we go. Alright. I'm good. Crisis averted, guys. Alright, let's see if this one works. Oh god, this is awful. Why are all my knives so dull? Alright. I did. I had something wrapped around it. I'm good. I know how to take care of a wound. Not my first time at the rodeo, you know. Okay. If you make a lot of apple recipes, one of those apple peeler core slicer hand crank things is great. I keep an eye out in secondhand for one. Yeah, so I used to have one of those things. The little like things that you just like push down on it and it like cores the apple and slices it for you. I used to have one of those, but it got dull and I just never bought another one. Because once they go dull, you have to just get another one. Like there's no sharpening those things, you know? These knives, though, are at the point. I'm just going to be more careful. They're at the point where they really just... they need to be retired, you know what I mean? Let's see. So I'll just put them in here. Because I need one bowl for the filling, right? And I'm going to have another bowl for the topping. And you can just keep these sliced if you want to slice them real thin. I like them like chopped like this. I think that's the better way to go about things. The thing that Eleanor is talking about, you stick the apple on and turn and crank. It peels, cores, and spiralizes the apple. Are you serious? I've never even seen one of those. That's crazy. I didn't even know those existed. Because I used to have one of those like push down apple slicers. Maybe I'll put one of those on my Amazon list for you guys. I'm mostly just embarrassed. Because I'm like, of course, I am the one, you know, who during a live stream is gonna slice themselves open. I have one, it's great. It's got a suction cup on the bottom to keep it on the counter. Huh. I've like literally never in my life seen one of those. That sounds amazing. I'd love to have one of those. I don't make a ton of apple recipes, but I make apple recipes enough. And I want to get better at like my pies. Honestly, because I'll be real, when I make pies, I just use the store-bought crust. I don't make my own crust. And I'd like to get better about making my own crusts. I think if I could learn to do that, that would do me a lot of good. I want to learn how to make crusts like they have. I love the pies at, we have a local place called Jim's Spaghetti, and they make, I kid you not, the best coconut cream pie. Their strawberry pie is really good too. They're known for that, but it's like seasonal. So when they put it out, they only have it like 1 week out of the entire year, and people line up around the block to get it. Because that strawberry pie is so good. But their coconut cream pie they have all year round, and that's my favorite type of pie, and I want to learn how to make a coconut cream pie. That is a goal. So that's not bad. $30 for one of those things. For as far as appliances go, you know. Like $30 for any sort of kitchen appliance isn't bad these days. Coconut cream is very easy. Is it? See, I feel like I'm psyching myself up when it comes to coconut cream because it seems like one of those recipes that looks simple but is like deceptive. You know what I mean? Like cheesecake. You know, like cheesecake looks like it would be easy to make, right? And then you go to make a cheesecake and it's so fucking easy to fuck up. That's another thing I would really, because that's my, is cheesecake, it's a pie, right? Like cheesecake is a pie. Let's be fucking real with ourselves. So like, when it comes to like pies, cheesecake's probably my favorite. Or second favorite to coconut cream. And then I want to learn how to make, because I put it on the thing, because I want to learn to make a chocolate peanut butter pie like they have like at the Amish restaurants. Cheesecake is kind of its own category because it needs a specific type of pan. Yeah. So we're tied between Buckeyes and Blackberry Cobbler. On the poll. Do y'all outside of like this area, do you know what Buckeyes are? Chocolate peanut butter pie. So I grew up, I'm not from West Virginia originally. I'm from southeastern Ohio, like the Appalachian part of Ohio, right? Which is not a completely different world. There's still like a ton of cultural crossover. But we have lots of Amish where I grew up. Like it was pretty common that I would be stuck behind a horse and buggy on my way to work a lot of the time. Like, that was just something that, like, happened fairly frequently. And if you were on a 2-lane road that you couldn't pass on, you were just kind of fucked. So I grew up around a ton of Amish people. And when you grow up around a ton of Amish people, you start learning Amish recipes. Or at least, like, different, like, dishes that they make. And they make fucking everything from scratch. It is the peanut butter balls dipped in chocolate. Yes. They are very, 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 very common where I grew up. You can find those fuckers in almost every single gas station, along with homemade peanut butter fudge. Do y'all, okay, so this might be very specific to where I live. Do y'all have people, like, in town and, like, at your gas station, you can just buy, like, people's local baked goods? Like, is that something y'all have where you live? Because that is really, really common here, and it's really common in southeastern Ohio as well. It's just like some Amish person like drops off their fucking shit at a gas station. Or just like some, you know, housewife will just like make candies. Yeah, New England has little roadside side shops with fudge and other things all over the place. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like, just little fucking gas stations. There's always a fucking deli, I feel like, too. Like, they always have a deli in them. Man, let me tell you, out here, fucking gas stations have some of the best. Like, if you want just, like, slop food, you know what I mean? When I'm talking about, like, fast food type stuff. But not from, like, a fast food restaurant. Just, like, you know, like burgers and fries and, you know, stuff like that. Pizza. Best place to go is a fucking gas station. Like, side of the road fucking gas station. It's gonna look like shit, but it's gonna have the best fucking food, man. There's one on the road from Huntington to Point Pleasant. I don't even know what it's actually called, but I call it the dog gas station because there's always a whole bunch of fucking stray dogs hanging out in the parking lot begging for scraps. I mean, you always have to feed them, you know. If you're eating in the fucking parking lot, you gotta throw them a chili cheese fry or something, you know. But at the dog gas station has some of the best goddamn food. I swear. Some of the best food in fucking West Virginia. I love the dog gas station. Not really a thing in the Southwest, unfortunately. Very sad when I moved here. Oh, man. Yeah, like, the South and, like, I feel like it's more of, like, an East, not necessarily an East Coast thing, because of, like, the major cities. It's not so much a thing in the major cities. But, in, like, this, like, small towns and just, like, kind of in the middle of nowhere, it feels like you'll just, like, go into a random gas station, and it'll be, like, they'll just have, like, fried chicken, and it'll be the best goddamn fried chicken you've ever eaten. I had catfish at a gas station in fucking Louisiana. I have no idea where the fuck I was, but, God, it was fucking great. It was amazing. It's Eastern country culture. Yeah, exactly. I grew up, like, one of the towns, so my parents moved a bit. It was like, we moved, but it was always in the same, like, general area, like, between little towns and, like, the same general area when I was a kid. My parents were really bad with money, so we would always lose our house. But, like... And they weren't, like, poor either. That's the thing. We weren't, like, terribly poor. My parents were just really bad with money. But... Where was I going with this? One of the towns that I lived in, there was a gas station run by Mennonites, and they made fucking pizza. And oh my god, it was such good fucking pizza. And we'd go there all the time. We'd get, like, pizza and subs. And then when I was, like, a little kid, the town I lived in had, it was a deli, like a full fucking deli, with some of the best fucking lunch meats. And across the street from it was, like, a little ice cream shop, where you would go and get your ice cream. Weird thing in my city is Indian restaurants attached to gas stations, and it's always very good Indian food in the gas station for some reason. Yeah, no, it's because it's in a fucking gas station. Because the people who make the real good food, this is what I'm convinced, right? The people who make the real good food, like the food where you're like, yeah, this is the way it's supposed to be made, like family recipe type shit, you know? Those are the type of people who put a whole lot of love and care into what they do. And they are not the type of people who have, like, the money, right, to have, like, a nice restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, a big, nice restaurant. But they want to share their food with everybody. And so, like, what ends up happening is that they end up in fucking gas stations or food trucks or shit like that. Because they can't, like, afford a restaurant all on their own. So it's always just something tiny, you know? And then you end up with the best fucking food. Because, like, that's what the goal is. It's not, like, the atmosphere, you know what I mean? It's not, like, the vibes, necessarily. I'm gonna... take these out to the compost later. We have a compost out in our garden. And apples make good compost. Alright. Just sit them here for now. Fuck it. They're busy putting the money into the food, not the decor. Exactly. So, okay. the ice cream shop just a window with seating outside? Yes. When I was growing up, it was just a window with seating outside. However, I went back to that town not too long ago because I don't go back often. My dad's dad lives there, but we were never close. Sorry, I'm like real sticky and I can't handle it. But my dad's dad lived there, and we weren't real close, so I like never go back there anymore. But I did go back and see it a few years ago, and now they do have seating. Like they've expanded, like they built onto the ice cream shop, and now they have like indoor seating, and I think they have food now. Like it's a full diner. Okay, let's see. In a mixing bowl, add chopped apples. Okay. So how much sugar do I need? I need 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. So that, I don't need a whole new thing of sugar. I need the sugar that we already have. Because I thought I needed more sugar than this. I was like, oh no. But now I'm looking in my cabinet and I'm like, oh my god, we have like 3 containers of sugar. I hate when I do that. When I'm like, oh man, I'm probably out of this thing. I forgot to check. And so I go to the store and then I get another one and I'm like, oh, well, now we have a whole bunch of this. Okay. Sugar. It was 2 tablespoons, right? Yes. And then I need 3/4 of a tablespoon of cinnamon. Move elsewhere. There we go. One quarter. 2/4. 3/4. Okay. And lemon juice. How much lemon juice do I need? That's just to keep the apples, I think, from 1.5 teaspoons of lemon juice. Okay. And I got my little lemon squirty guy. Do you guys use these? Do you guys use the lemon squirty guys? Alright. How much? 1 1/2 teaspoon. So I got 1. Ah! No! It got me. 1. And then I'm just going to use 2 of these so I don't dirty another spoon if I don't have to. Oh my god, why is it so powerful? Stop. There might be a little more lemon juice than expected. It's okay. It's okay, we're making it work. We're making it work, guys. This is my disaster baking, just so you know. Like, if you come in here, it's just always going to be some sort of fucking disaster. Love lemon squirty guy. I'm glad we're all on the same page about lemon squirty guy. Because, like, I don't want to squeeze a whole lemon if I, like, am just trying to, like, make a recipe or something. That's so much extra work when I can just have a lemon squirty guy. Alright. Let's see. God, this smells so fucking good, guys. It smells so good. Alright. Transfer to a prepared baking dish. Okay, so now we're going to put all of this in here. We're putting our apples in, guys. We got it in the baking dish. Okay. Alright, so now we have this mixing bowl. Alright. And we need one cup of light brown sugar. I think I actually may have a sugar that's already open. Let me see. I was thinking about doubling this recipe, but then I decided not to. I'm like, I don't think I need this much apple crisp, you know? Huh. Oh. Yes, I have those. My wife needs the car keys, and I have them in my pocket.
Thank you.
I love you. Be safe.
I love you too. Don't cut off your finger.
I'm gonna try really hard not to cut off my finger. That would be a terrible thing for a live stream. I think I might get my account banned if I totally cut off my finger. I love how I'm not even worried about, like, my finger in that situation. I'm like, oh no, I would lose I would lose my account if I cut off my finger. Alright. Brown sugar. A cup, right? Yes. Am I supposed to pack in brown sugar? I feel like I am. I feel like... Is it one of those things like, don't pack unless specified? I don't remember. It's been a while since I've used brown sugar. I don't use it for a ton of recipes that I like to make. So, there. Yes, pack the brown sugar. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Okay. So a cup of brown sugar. What now? 3/4 of a cup of old-fashioned oats. So, is this... That's a half a cup. Where is my 1/4 cup? I can never fucking find it. Is this it? That's a 1/3. I swear, people be running off with my 1/4 cups. So our 13-year-old does the dishes now, and I'm still trying to decide if that was a mistake. Because they just be putting, like, shit everywhere, and I can never find anything. There it is. See, I told you, like the last fucking drawer I could check. Like, I know that children have to learn how to do these things, and that's why I'm like, okay, I will just simply put up with not knowing where anything in my kitchen is, because my child has to learn. But, like, I'm still frustrated. Okay. 3/4 of a cup of old-fashioned oats. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, I mean, definitely things have been worse on the internet than me losing a finger, but like also, like, that would be terrible. And like YouTube has gotten a lot stricter about that stuff. Like to see that kind of stuff, you always had to go to some weird site, you know? All right. 3/4 cup all-purpose flour. And this is for the crumbly stuff. That's going to be on top. I hear Bradley. Bradley's awake. Okay. A teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm going to use the 1/2 teaspoon since the teaspoon is wet. And I don't want to dip my wet teaspoon in the cinnamon. Come here. That's a 1/2, right? Yes. There we go. A pinch of kosher salt. So we're not going to do the pinch of kosher salt, and here's why. Because it wanted me to do unsalted butter. I don't have unsalted butter, so we're using salted butter, so we don't need the pinch of salt. A 1/2 cup. Is that just a whole... One cup is 2 sticks. Yeah, it's just a whole stick of butter. Okay. A 1/2 cup of butter is 1 stick. Hey, thank you. I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that, Eleanor. So I gotta cut this butter into little chunky boys, right? Like little chunks. It wants butter chunks. So that's what we're gonna have to do, is butter chunk it up. God, this feels awful to cut. It's so weird. Cutting butter is weird. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're allowed to get those vaccines when you're pregos. I don't remember, because COVID wasn't a thing when I was pregos. So, but the vaccine shit is getting weird with our government, because our government's terrible, guys. It's really just very bad. All right. Hubby and I are still no closer to a name for little girly either. Like, we have a list of contenders, but nothing is jumping out. What are your contenders? so do I have all my ingredients in here now? Yes, I believe I do. Okay, so now use a pastry cutter to cut the butter into the oat mixture. I don't know what that is. So I don't think I have one. Oh, I know what a pastry cutter is, but I don't think I have one. So we're gonna figure something out, right? Let's see what we can use instead of a pastry cutter. We're gonna use a Tato masher. Tato masher works. Fuck it. No, use fork. Okay, I'll go get a fork. I'll go get a fork. Calm down. Calm down, chat. Apparently I made a fatal error. That's true. The butter is sticking to the masher. You are correct. This was a mistake. Mistakes were made. Disaster baking, I'm telling you. Disaster baking. The fork is not mushing enough. It is not mushing. Mush better. My God. I don't want to do that. Okay, so I usually would use my hands. I just fucking get in there with my hands. I already take off my ring every time I cook. And then half the time I forget to put it back on again, which I'm sure my wife is very happy about. But, I mean that sarcastically. She's probably not happy at all about it. But, I would, but I just sliced open my finger. And so I have a Band-Aid on it, and I don't want to do that with a Band-Aid on my finger. That just seemed, that's a little too gross. And I don't want to risk, like, losing the fucking Band-Aid in here. You know what I mean? Like... In case you missed it, here's the current name contender list. Hazel Jo, Evelyn Joanne, Daisy, per the 5-year-old's request, and Holly. I have to say, if I were throwing my hat in the ring, obviously you can name your child whatever you want. I cannot control that at all. And nor should I. Please do not just choose this because I did. I would prefer Evelyn. I think that's a really pretty name. I had always, if I had a daughter, which I never had a daughter, and I'm real sad about it, I had always wanted a daughter, but, I liked the name Florence. My great-grandmother's name was Flora, and I always thought that was really pretty, and I thought it would be a nice nickname for Florence. Alright, I think this is pretty mooshed, you know? We are, I think, sufficiently mooshed. I would be more likely to let you name my daughter than to let your mom. Your mom doesn't know how to name girls. No, my mother doesn't know how to name her children at all. She was, she's still insane. So apparently, like, my dad had asked if she could come out to my son's birthday party. Because we had, like, so Miles' birthday is in July. But, because they're always at their other dad's over the summer, we usually have, like, an unbirthday for them in September. So, we, I wonder if I could just moosh with this hand. Because I already washed my hands before all this, you know. There we go. That's sufficient mooshing. Alright. Yeah, it's pretty well mooshed. Give me a second. Alright. So, my dad had asked if my mom could come out to that party, and I was like, I don't fucking care, you know, at this point. But then she ended up, like, she has health problems because she's, like, insane. She has high blood pressure because she's insane. She's neurotic. Like, my mother's very neurotic. And so she had, like, a blood pressure problem and couldn't make it out. But, I mean, at this point, I guess she's wanting to speak to me again. I don't know. I don't know what's going to... Even for Appalachian names, your mom's name is wild. It's because my mother's not Appalachian. She's from the Deep South. And those people are crazy. White people in the Deep South are nuts. My mom's a Navy brat from South Carolina. My dad's an Appalachian, through and through. But... Alright. So, now I take the topping and I just put it over the apples. Yeah, my mother and I haven't spoken. God, it's probably going on 2 years now that my mom and I haven't spoken. So I did something really, I can't say it was stupid. I don't regret it. But I got tired of my family all bitching at about each other behind their backs. Because it was like constant. And they obviously had like deep-seated problems they needed to fucking work out with one another. That they were refusing to do that. And so I was like, fuck you guys. I'm going to put you all in a group chat and you can figure out your shit together. Because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being the one that you guys come to with all of your tea about each other and how you are going to, you know, do this, that, or the other. And my final straw, which, God, if any of my family ever watches this, is going to kill me for spilling this tea, right? So, my aunt and uncle are hoarders. And when I say they're hoarders, I mean they're hoarders. Like, they would be on that TV show. And they have 2 kids. And the house had gotten to a state where it needed to be cleaned. Like, it needed to be cleaned. And, you know, my aunt is disabled. She has difficulty. I'm not here to judge them for the state their house got into, okay? That's not what this is about. But it was a safety hazard for those children, and they were refusing any help from the family to clean it up because everything in my family is transactional. Let me put this in the oven real quick. How long does it need to be in the oven? 40 minutes. Okay. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to hold out our live stream for 40 whole minutes because my kids are going to be home soon. But I promise I will take pictures of it and put it on Blue Sky, okay? Computer, set a timer for 40 minutes.
40 minutes, starting now.
Hold on, give me 1 second. And we'll spill the tea after I do my little cleanup. So, Aunt and Uncle are hoarders. House is an estate, right? And they're refusing to accept any help from the family to clean it up because everything in my family is transactional, and I do not completely hold it against them for not wanting to accept that help. Just because of who my family is. So, here's where the tea gets fucking juicy. My mother saw fit to call Child Protective Services. Now, at the point their house is, I will be honest, I don't think that was the worst option because it could have maybe gotten them the help that they needed. Now, usually, I would not be that guy. You know what I mean? But it was pretty bad. So, I'm not completely, upset about the calling itself. However, my mother, still, to this day, has never been honest about the fact that she was the one who called. Never. Has never been honest about this. Instead, she has said that it was my grandfather who did it. My mother let my grandfather, who I don't get along with my grandfather, don't get me wrong. He is a Republican. But to me, that was just such a massive cowardice that I could not respect that. And that was my last straw, and that's why I created the group. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle my mom coming to my kid's birthday in a week. Back in July, she decided to announce my pregnancy online without asking me. My mother did the same thing to me, not with my announcement, but she did the same thing to me with, she announced when my son was born. I had not even, had the opportunity to, have my cooch completely sewn back. And she had posted it on fucking Facebook. I'm really sorry that happened to you. It fucking blows. She tried to say, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you told everyone already both times. Jesus Christ. I don't know why moms think they can get away with this crap. I think because their moms probably did it to them, you know? My grandma probably did that kind of stuff to my mom. I love my grandma, but that wouldn't shock me. You know? I showed all my mom's texts to my therapist. Want to know how many texts it takes to make a therapist roll eyes and say, what the fuck? 3 of my moms, apparently. Yeah, my mother is, okay, so my mother, she has her issues. She is nothing compared to Heather's mother. Heather's mother are, Heather's mother is absolutely bonkers. Like, absolutely fucking bonkers. Like, she has not, did I set a timer? Computer, do I have a timer set?
You have 34 minutes left on your 40-minute timer.
Hell yeah, okay. I remembered to set a timer, good for me. My, Heather's mom thinks I'm a cult leader, so that's a thing. She sent Heather a message and was like, "You're not gay, you're in a transgender religious cult." I'm like, does your mom, like, know that you and I aren't even the same religion? Like, we aren't even the same religion. By the way, like the stream. Make sure you like the stream. Chiming in with a good mom. My mom is great. No, I'm really glad that there are good moms out there. I know that there are good moms out there. Like, there are so many fucking good moms. Heather's a good mom, you know? Like, there are good moms in this world. I just don't know a lot of people who had them. I haven't spoken to my grandfather in years either. Like, because he went straight down. He got real, like, Trumper weird. Like, went down that pipeline, you know? Because he was like a, like, hard line, never vote for a Democrat, like, party loyalist. And unfortunately, if you were a party loyalist of the Republicans, like, you just start putting up with their awful shit, you know, and things just get weirder and weirder. My mom is trying to be a good and treat me like an adult at nearly 30 years old. My stepdad thinks I'm having a rebellious phase because I got a cat and he's allergic. He also lives 10 hours away. Jesus Christ. No, that's just how it feels like some parents are. Like, they're just like, oh, everything you do in your life is to inconvenience me. And both of Heather's and my mother are like that. Like, everything Heather and I did wasn't because we had our own lives and desires. It was because, you know, we were trying to make them look bad. My mom is also a decent mom. My dad is the problem. Huge gaslighter. He's marrying a woman he's only been with for 5 months in May of next year. Whew. I can't say nothing about the marrying. Real quick, though, Heather and I married real quick. But it seems like your dad is not very healed, you know? My grandpa is still a weird Trumper. My dad mentioned he bought some wall art, and my grandpa was like, well, I guess you'll want to buy Hunter Biden's artwork too then. Like, when did the Bidens enter the chat? Oh my god. No, they're so crazy. They're so crazy all the time. Like, they don't live in reality. And I think they think, like, we think about Donald, like... Well, we have no choice but to think about Donald Trump. Why are there tongs in my cup cabinet? I swear my kid just put shit everywhere. I just, like, looked up and I'm like, those are tongs in the cabinet above the sink. Why are they there? Okay, anyway, I got distracted. Like, I think they think, like, it's normal to just say things like that. Like, does Hunter Biden even make artwork? Like, does he even do that? Is that even a thing he does? Stepdad also doesn't think you can have morality without religion, which he said after I told him I was pagan. That is incorrect. He told me if I gave my kid the COVID vax, I was a murderous fool. His exact words. I have no idea if Hunter does art or not. Oh my god. No, they don't live in reality anymore. They don't live in reality anymore. And that's what's so scary, is it's like, you are a person who simply does not exist in the same realm of being that we do anymore. Like, it's a mass delusion brought on by propaganda, where people have like believed and believed and believed and believed and believed this stuff for so long, and then they end up just kind of, their brains end up melting, you know? This is turning into parent trauma dumping, and I'm here for it. Yes. My grandfather was already a health cuckoo. He told my husband that cancer was fake and that all the treatments were just to make money, while my father-in-law was actively dying of cancer. It's all the lead poisoning. It's something, man. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Like I said, Heather's parents, they don't live... I'm going to scoot this table. It's going to make an awful noise. I apologize. But, like, I am, like, going to fall into the doorway if I don't do that. And I don't want you guys to see, like, my litter box and my trash can that's back there. But, like, Heather's parents don't live in reality at all. Rev, that table scoop barely made a noise. Yay! It can be really obnoxious sometimes. It can be really obnoxious sometimes when you scoot it. It decided to be nice to you for the live stream. He also tried to sell us on ivermectin that same weekend. This was in 2023. Yeah. No, the stuff Heather's parents believe is cuckoo bonkers bananas like that too. It's... And I don't know what to do about it. And I don't know what we're going to do when, like, we get out of this era. Because it will end eventually. You know what I mean? It may take longer than we would like. But we will eventually come out of this. And there's going to have to be some sort of reckoning where, like, we can't have this stuff continuing to spread, you know? Like, the amount of damage this administration is doing to, like, the general public and, like, health and safety of this country, this is going to take decades to undo. My grandmother had a stroke years ago, and he won't take care of her properly because he thinks he can just cure her stroke with a low-carb diet. Oh my god. All right, guys. Well, I think I am going to go ahead and... Let me get on Patreon. First, I want to thank Eleanor Bucksbaum extra, even though I'm going to thank Eleanor Bucksbaum in our thing, in my donos, because Eleanor Bucksbaum gave an extra $30 during live stream. I am going to go ahead, and if you would like to tip, I can always use tips, especially because, blackberry cobbler is not a cheap thing to make. Now, Eleanor probably covered the cobbler, but tips are always good. I do somewhat still rely on them, and I will be so for real, guys. I have not gotten a tip from TikTok in literal like weeks at this point. TikTok is a dead platform at this point. Like, this is Oliver Snow content. Oliver Snow content is my Cash App and Venmo if you are interested in sending money that way. Like I said, I am still somewhat reliant on tips, and TikTok does not do tips anymore. I do not get any tips from TikTok pretty much at all anymore. Maybe I'll get $5 here or there. But like people just don't have the money. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it's like a malicious thing at all. I think it's just an economy thing. I think people are just strapped for cash right now, and like the content creators are the first ones to suffer. We can always tell when there's about to be an economic downturn because our fucking income's good as shit. So with all the changes to the community guidelines going in this weekend, TikTok is going to die completely, I think. Yeah, I smelled it. You know what I mean? Like, over the past month, with the way my income went down, I was just like, this is no longer a platform worth using, like, in any way. Because, like, I don't make anything from it anymore. I don't make tips. I make, like, my check that's coming in from the creator fund this month is going to be $83 or like $87. It's something like that. But I used to make like between $300 and $500 from the creator fund. And now we're down to $87, and that's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. That's not worth the amount of time I put into it. You know? Like, why would I torture myself with a platform that I don't even really like anymore for $87 a month? Oh yeah, it's been in the works since that creepy welcome back message in January. Still sucks. Yeah, no, things went downhill. Like, TikTok's always had its fucking problems, right? It's always had its fucking problems. Ever since the Trump administration, the platform's unusable. It's unusable. Like, it sucks to make content so bad right now. Like, and you don't get paid shit. And they want you to like sell products. They just want you to make ads. That's what they want you to do. So they don't want to pay you out of the creator fund because they want you to make ads. And I don't make ads with my content because I think it's like, I make religious content. I don't want to be like selling products. Like, that just feels really counterproductive from what I want to do, you know? It sucks to use too. So I'll be real, I don't use TikTok as often anymore because it's garbage, and also I don't, you know, shit where I eat. So yeah. The ads are sleazy and your content isn't ad friendly because you're not sleazy. Yeah. It does feel, that is the perfect word for it, honestly. TikTok feels fucking sleazy these days. It feels fucking sleazy. All the, a lot of the, like, political creators and everything, just, it feels sleazy. And I've seen a couple other creators who I'm, like, mutuals with, who I know have, like, a decent level of integrity, and they're fucking cracking. My feed has gotten so bad, especially recently, it makes me not want to use the app. So much of it does not matter how, it doesn't matter how much I block. It's AI trash. Yeah. Like, it's impossible to fucking use. Like, I stay for specific creators I have to search to see. You're not trying to grift in the name of Jesus? Yeah. Like, I'm really not. Yeah, like, so much of it. And actual companies keep making legit ads, but they style them to look like an ad made by a creator, and it's creepy. Yeah, no, it's just all advertising now. Like, TikTok is mostly advertising now. And, like, nobody wants that. Nobody asks for that. And it's just enshittification, you know? Like, they're just making it worse. They're making it worse for creators. That's how enshittification works, right? Like, they make it worse for creators to make it better for consumers, right? And then they make it worse for consumers to make it better for their oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? It just emptied out of my mind. The stockholders. To make it better for their stockholders. And then they make it shitty for their stockholders to squeeze as much profit out of it as possible. And then it just fails. Like, and this is how it always goes. And the only reason, like, right, like, TikTok is one of those apps that has not enmeshed itself in society enough to get away with doing this. Something like Facebook, like, there's, like, local events, there's a marketplace, like, it serves some sort of purpose in society, right, that people have a hard time letting go of. Twitter's the same thing. Like, there's a lot of, like, different celebrities and, like, politicians that are still on Twitter, and that's why Twitter, you know, it even survived, like, Elon Musk, which I thought that was gonna kill it, but it didn't. People still fucking use it because they want to be, you know, in contact with those, like, celebrities and politicians. Now, I fucking hate Twitter and haven't used it in years. I have a Blue Sky. But, then, like, but TikTok hasn't done that. There's nothing that you get on TikTok that you can't get on other apps. Like, nothing at all that you get on TikTok that you can't get on other apps. So, I swear they turned TikTok into QVC. I've weirdly had a way better time on YouTube Shorts. Yeah. Yeah, it's literally QVC now. It's crazy. I'm glad you're moving to YouTube, by the way. Yes, indeed I am. I'm still putting out content on TikTok just because I'm trying to squeeze as much money out of this fucking platform as I can. So I'm still posting there. But everything on TikTok comes out a week after it comes out on YouTube. So, like, if you're seeing content on TikTok, just know that, like, that content has already been posted, like, a week prior on YouTube. Like, that's the way I'm gonna go about this. Because if I'm gonna make content for, like, a shitty algorithm, I'd rather it be the shitty algorithm that doesn't feel like fucking QVC. Honestly, YouTube Shorts is more entertaining. It's at that point. Because, like, YouTube Shorts at least has fucking content creators on it. Instead of just endless ads. My TikTok algorithm is mostly people despairing about the state of things, ads, discussion of drama I missed, ads, and trends I don't understand. Yeah, no, that's all it is now. That's a perfect description. And that's depressing as fuck. Nobody wants to be around for that. Ooh, what's the flavor? Mexican mango. Because I've been a nicotine addict since I was 18. And I'm never probably gonna give it up. Alright. I don't recommend, though. It's an expensive habit that doesn't give you anything after a while. Oh, I thought you were talking about the flavor of my fucking vape. I didn't see the Girl Scout cookie comment. Because I'd just, like, taken a hit off my vape. And... Explore More's. It's like... Oh, man. That sounds really good. It's Rocky Road ice cream inspired. So, kind of like a s'mores, then. That sounds really fucking good. That sounds really fucking good. Man, them Girl Scouts. Alright, so it seems you guys want me to make blackberry cobbler. I will make blackberry cobbler. I mean, Mexican mango sounds believable as a Girl Scout cookie. Yeah, no, that would be a delicious cookie, too. Like, if it had, like, mango jam in the middle. Like, you know those cookies that have, like, the little strawberry jam in the middle? Like, that would be really, really good if it was, like, mango jam in the middle. YouTube Shorts is actually based on your subscriptions, not just what's selling and what makes you mad. Yep. That used to be how TikTok was. TikTok used to be fucking awesome. Like, during the pandemic days. And, man, I made so much money. I paid for my top surgery from TikTok during the pandemic. Like, I was able to do that in, 6 to 8 months. I was able to put together the money to pay for my top surgery. And that was when TikTok was actually fucking cool and you saw, like, cool things on it. And then it just went to shit. Alright, let's see. I gotta do my payment. Top tiers. Alright. So... I gotta do my donos, guys. Again, an extra special thank you to Eleanor Bucksbaum for the extra $30 in chat today. And a special thanks to Alex DeLong, Howie the Duck, Debbie Williams, Greg Norwood, Rosie, Jennifer Davidson, Margaret Capehart, Jessica Bednarek, Ariana, Emma Price, Lauren O'Connor, Caitlin, Nathan, Morgan Westron, Eleanor Bucksbaum, Jay Winia, Morgan May, Taylor Condra, River Johnson, Angelini Pellegrini, Faith Benamy, Kristen McSorley, Jacqueline Gordon, Devin Watson, Val Smith, Post-Punk Pastor, Pauline Gibson, Lucas Kempe Cook, and John Borg. Thank you guys so much. Computer announce.
What's the announcement?
Never mind, I don't want an announcement. Computer, tell me how much time is left on my timer.
Announcing.
Oh, shit, fucker. Never mind, I don't want an announcement. Computer, tell me how much time is left on my timer. I fucking hate technology. Computer, how much time is left on my timer?
You have 11 minutes left on your 40-minute timer.
I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry. I know there's only 11 minutes left, but, like... My kids are going to be home soon, and the second they come in here, they're going to be like, give me the kitchen so that I can get snacks. So I am going to have to go. All right. All right, guys. I will see you later. Remember... Drink a water, eat a food, be kind to yourself, to your neighbor, and to the earth. Thank you guys so much for everything you do. I hope you have a wonderful day, and God bless.